Alright, hello and welcome back to Pathologic. Last time we finally got through day 8, hopefully. I'm kind of worried about day 9 because we're going to need to sleep some and we're already kind of tight on time. Maybe I'll have to find a way to better manage my sleepiness on day 8, but we'll worry about that when we get there. For now, we will just start with day 9 and see what all we have to do. I mean, day 9. It really is only day 9, huh? It feels like day 10 or something. Whatever, it's fine. Got a lot of letters to read.
A just defensive war, and now they want to turn us into a punitive expedition. Into cause.
But first, we'll talk to Commander here. I'm glad you've made it, Bachelor Dunkowski. What were you doing in the abattoir? I was looking for you. I was looking for you too. Ex-Governor Sabarov told me where to look for you this night. I seek your advice. What have you discovered about the epidemic? Can it be stopped, and what can the army do to that end? I never expected you to be so straightforward. I don't want to be an arrogant fool who listens to no one, courtesy of a big gun like the one I have on the sidelines near the station. You are an expert. I want to hear your expert take on the current state of affairs. The situation is out of my hands now. The Inquisitor is my enemy. Evidence mounts by the hour. I have no further desire to listen to my enemies. A dog should never trust a cat, fire should never trust water, and I, a battlefield general, will not trust Inquisitors. But why? Do you have any idea how many traps Inquisitors spin into their webs? The truth will be beyond your wildest expectations. Well, I am not a puppet. I suspect, however, that I have already been made into one. I suspect that even the words I'm uttering now are merely part of her calculations. I don't want to say this one, but I think you're exaggerating. I feel a fighting man in you. Someone who thinks before he strikes. Someone who takes responsibility for his blows. Who chose a worthy opponent and is capable of vanquishing it. We are two warriors, and it is our task to deal with the evil threatening spread across the whole country from here. Consider me to be your friend. Okay, well, we'll talk to him again. Tell me, Alexander, what are your intentions concerning the polyhedron? That terrible structure on the other side of the river? Yes. How does it even stand upright? Made possible with an ingenious architectural solution, I suppose. I'm not yet sure. And what's inside? This is the funnier one. An independent state, an extremely aggressive one at that. All its citizens are children. And who's looking after these children? They're managing perfectly well by themselves. Well, if they're managing perfectly well, what's the trouble for us? Do they never leave that thing? No, and let no one inside. Why'd you bring the subject up? I wanted to ask two things of you. First, do not disturb them with your attention. Leave that to me. And second, should they try anything stupid, such as... no, if you hear strange sounds from that direction or if they send messengers, anything, just consult me first. I'm staying here until the end. Very well, you have my word. Thank you. And the rest, I think, is just the standard dialogue. So let's go read our letters then. We have 5 of them. That's pretty cool. Like Liza's invitation. Because of what happened yesterday, I can't help but feel worried about you. Please don't rush headlong into your independent investigation. Keep in mind that the army is a force to be reckoned with, and any mistake we make may well be our last. What we need to do is wait and to collate our observations. I'll be waiting for you at the cathedral. Ink. We got an invitation from Victor. I wish I could start this letter on a happier note, Bachelor, but I'm utterly crestfallen. There's hardly a more harrowing discovery than to look back on your life you have lived, to see how little you have managed to do. I am almost out of time. The only thing I want is to pass whatever it was that gave meaning to my existence onto somebody else. Unsurprisingly, I see no better man to confide in than yourself. Please come to see me when you can. P.S. I hope the tower will open up before you. It is very important. Laura's note. Everybody wants to talk to me. Please do come to the shelter. I know how preoccupied you are, how exhausted. I am exhausted. But the matter is of great importance. I hope this will be the last thing I ask of you. Your Laura. Anna's note. Bachelor, I sincerely urge you to see me at the Willows as soon as you can. We have serious business that needs taken care of. Pay no heed to those slandering me. Everything is different now. The fact of the matter is, we have an opportunity to save the life of one of your closest associates. Anna something Angel. I forget her middle name. And now Yulia wants to talk to me too. Allow me to invite you to the Trammel, Bachelor. I'm sorry with the birds. I wish I could control the volume of birds, because I don't know why they're so loud, but... For your own benefit, of course, since the matter I'd like to discuss has a bearing on yesterday's happenings. Make haste, Bachelor. Time is of the essence. 3 more parties are playing this particular game, and we may easily find ourselves outpaced. Yuri Cheva. And I'm guessing we got this note on day 8. The evening letter from the Inquisitor, day 8. The army will arrive any moment now. I'm worried about Block. There's a good reason people compare him to Attila the Hun. But with all that, he is a man of honor. If he finds out that his orders were issued with the sole purpose of creating an illusion of safety and care for the common benefit, he may decide to punish the powers that be by carrying out the request as literally as possible. This kind of decision on his behalf is bound to interfere with our plans. Please keep this in mind when you speak to him. Undoubtedly, he is going to tell you that I am pulling your strings, that I am a person not to be trusted. Do not oppose him. I agree with anything he says insofar that it helps you drive his thoughts away from violence. It seems that I am slightly more humane than I thought, and I'd rather avoid having to destroy the town completely. I think you would concur that the less collateral damage there is, the better. The town is not a pleasant sight to grant you, but still it is alive. Take Claire, Aglaya Lilich. Do you have anything to say to me? No, you do not. Can I take one of your guns? No. Anything out here? Where are we? Oh, cool. We're in the town. Okay, we're in the town hall. How do we want to approach this? The red note means it's probably like a main quest. Have I noticed that before now? Like that? Is that distinction? I don't know where do I want to go first? Well, off to a good start. Let's go to, Lara's, I guess? My plan is to, so I'm gonna sleep some when I get there. Just for the sake of it. It is kind of better, too, I will say, having the soldiers around, because it means, there's less to worry about with, like, plague and that. I mean, the clouds and the ghosts and that can still get you, but there's not as much danger from the general situation. I also don't know how important the side quest is, but we may as well do it here. I'll save before I talk to her for rigor's sake. Please don't be surprised with my strange request. I need a pistol, and it must come with bullets, or whatever it is that they shoot. Oh my, yes, it's bullets. I've asked everybody, even the changeling. You know that tiny pistol that she carries around? It looks very handy, it's just what I need. But she wouldn't give it to me. She says she has plans for me, that she requires my life. And why do you need a pistol? I can't tell you, I just want a weapon. Yes, I'm scared of the soldiers, but it really has to be small like Clara's. I won't be able to handle a big one, so I'll miss. I'll reward you, I'll give you whatever it may cost. Here, I saved up. Laura, I don't like this at all. Oh, it's not like you're my husband or older brother. Are you now? If you won't bring it to me, I'll just ask the Haruspex. He's less squeamish. I can give you a very rare and valuable thing in exchange. That thing from yesterday, remember? We'll agree. She's talking about the, vaccine thing that, young Vlad gave her, right? I don't like this. Like, clearly giving her the pistol is not the right choice, but I'm gonna agree to it just for the sake of, getting this done. And we'll sleep a little bit just because I'm worried about my sleep stats. I don't like that it's already partway through 5 o'clock, but I mean, I don't control time, as I've stated before. This is probably like a bad way of going about things too. I realize you probably want to go to Victor first, Victor and Aglaya, and get the main quest going, but we may as well just like try to be efficient about this all in some way. Sorry for not using my physical map. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I don't know. I'm sure we'll have to restart today a few times, but just because of like time issues, I'm like pretty obviously, given that we started at like 2 p.m. today, we're gonna have some pretty serious time crunch issues, but I mean, that's kind of the name of the game anyways, right? So we'll agree to everyone's request, and we'll see how it goes from there. Hello, Laura. You're the next person to talk to. How you going?
I should let some fresh air into the room, but I don't feel like it.
Cool. So nice of you to drop by. What did your visit to the military reveal? Did you get to meet Alexander the Great? Was he a man of astute mind, vigorous imagination, and refined sense of humor? Please be as sincere as possible. The subject is of significant interest to me. Why? My field of inquiry is ever the same. I'm testing a theory which concerns what I refer to as the tripwires of fate. You think I'm a bit of a fatalist, don't you? Anyway, in order to further test my hypothesis, I will require your assistance with one of my enterprises. Apart from its sheer scientific value, this whole business will rid Lara Ravel of whatever is troubling her. Moreover, with a bit of luck, an innocent life will be saved. Oh, really? Wait till you hear this one. Lara Ravel conspires to assassinate the commander. She is so naive, our Lara, barely able to keep her operation a secret. Half the town is aware that she seeks to purchase a firearm. No one will sell her one, of course. And why has she chosen such a target? Well, ludicrous, is it not? The man was wounded 4 times at the Karstov Fords, which did nothing to impede him. He emerged a victor, regardless of the grenade fragment which sat bone deep in his flesh. And there she is, expecting a hero as such to be killed by a pellet which would hardly suffice to put a dent in his uniform. That's not what I meant. What's her problem with the commander? Perhaps she believes that he represents a kind of universal evil? An ultimate annihilator who has arrived with the only purpose of reducing the town to rubble. If only if he was killed, Lara thinks, it would provide us with a much-needed delay. After all, the medicine was already researched, she thinks. Was it, though? I don't know. Just wait till you've heard it all. A lot of reading today, I will say. That's kind of just how it goes, I guess. The commander was informed by some unknown benefactor that there will be an attempt on him soon. Along with everything else, the note contained a request. If the assassin proves to be a woman, she must not be killed. The weapon of the assassin, the note said, will be a harmless toy, and whoever wields it will not deserve anything more than a short-term imprisonment. I don't understand. What would that be for? It's well known that Block is as chivalrous as they come. If the hapless assassin is guaranteed safety, the unknown correspondent has promised to let the commander know the name of the culprit, and therefore spare him the tiresome necessity to seize every single person to appear within firing range. I don't think you'd be too disappointed to learn that the letter was written by none other than Anna. That dirty creature? That's a weird thing to say. Don't be too harsh on her. She's a thespian, a child eager to entertain her whims. The assassination will be an utter fiasco. The military will be forewarned, and the gun that Laura has obtained will not fire. They'll treat Laura as they treat women they believe to be hysterical deranged. They're going to lock her up. But what does Anna have to gain from this? What is her deal? No, Yulia, you're not being entirely honest. Ask her if you don't believe me. Anna's eccentricity is borderline hysterical. She is scared, perhaps, and eager to get on the good side of whoever she believes to be holding the most authority. Okay, I gotta agree to help everyone, so we can try out, like, how this plays out. Very well, but what does this have to do with testing your fatalistic theories? The commander wants to know who the woman is. Just tell him the assassin is me. Tell him that whoever else comes to shoot him with a weapon that does not fire is merely a madwoman, keen to sacrifice herself for me. The reason I've plotted an asinine scheme like this is that I need to be placed into house arrest as soon as possible. I'd rather not tell you why I need that. Under house arrest, and what if they shoot you? The man who won the Battle of the Forge is going to shoot me. Don't be ridiculous. I have nothing at all to fear from him. I guess because he's so powerful he won't need to kill her is the idea? Because you're a fatalist not afraid of death, right? Don't lie to me, Yulia. This is dangerous. This is the best option still. I know Laura too well. No one will be able to stop her. She will find a gun sooner or later. On the other hand, your cooperation may net you Anna's panacea in addition to my own. Since Anna was the third person offered a vial, like I knew last time, I guess I didn't have the option to talk to her, because remember last time, oh, not last time, but you know what I mean, before, I tried to talk to everyone who had given a, who had gotten a panacea from young Vlad, and, like, I knew Anna was the third person, but we didn't have the option to talk to her about it, which, I mean, I guess I just had to, like, I felt obliged to play along with her trying to be secret, I guess. Anyways. I don't know, it still doesn't seem like the brightest of ideas. There's no reason to worry. This whole affair will hurt no one. Quite the opposite, in fact. Everyone will benefit from it. Everyone, including yourself. I don't really need this vial of panacea, you see. I may be very easily persuaded to hand it over. Very well, you've convinced me. I do a little dance. And then we'll go talk to Anna. And then I don't know how long it's been. That might be the video from there. Because, like, there's been a lot of talking today, a lot of me just, like, so me reading through the block dialogue tree, and then me reading off all the letters, and then, like, immediately after, we talk to, we talk to Laura, and then we talk to Yulia, so I'm guessing there's going to be an unusually low amount of stuff to edit out of today. So, we'll see how that goes. You know, it would have been really nice if you could have sold me that lockpick yesterday, but whatever. Should I take it just in case? Like, it's 5. I don't have enough for it, so that answers that question. Alright, so last but not least, we have Anna Angel. What are you going to tell us?
I used to sing every evening.
People are supposed to help each other, that I believe firmly. You may perish yourself, but you should help your fellow being. Extend a hand today to thy neighbor, and he'll do the same for you tomorrow. And if he doesn't, so what? The giver's own virtues will be his consolation all the more. I know all about your scheming. Explain yourself now. No use trying to weasel your way out of it. There's no other way to stop our precious little Lara. Have you spoken with her? There you go. You see, she's slightly out of it. If you don't give her this toy, she's going to get a real one and fire it. Better she be arrested by our noble General Ashes than shot by the guards. So you say your pistol's only a toy? Dubious, all of this. Hey, it's just girls' business. Anyway, alright? Anyway, I wanted to do a good deed for once. Wash away my old stains, so to speak. And that's what I get in return. You won't even appreciate my sacrifice. And I promise to give you the panacea. The sample I got from Vlad the Younger. Okay. Fine, give me the little thing. I'll deliver it to Lara. Will I, though? Like, that's, okay. We'll figure out how to unwind this all tomorrow. For now, though, I'm going to save here. And we're going to go find out what the main quest is over here. Like, we got something with Victor Kane and something with Aglaya. So, you know what? I'll make my way over there today. I'll do with full 30 minutes of recording, even if it's gonna be a little, if the video might running a little long because of it. Okay, well, bell rang, and I got a letter from the Changeling. I know you've been told that I am a witch, not a saint. And they've even told you that I am the sandpest itself, wearing the masquerade of flesh and blood. They certainly must have told you that I saved the castaway and condemned the ingenious. They said that I break the courageous and force them to submit to the plague. I tell you one thing, saints and miracle workers are always covered in blood and filth. Their acts are not necessarily comprehensible to the common folk who expect kindness instead of good and courtesy instead of love. It is not who I am. I know what will happen in 3 days. I'm able to avoid the contradictions that keep you and the hardest specks in the dark. Remember, I will perform a miracle in the end. I will perform it with the help of the outcast and the evil. Bad Grief the thief, Foreman the villain, Alexander the cruel, Katerina the deceived, Lara the vengeful, Yulia the unbelievable, Anna the egotist, Aspedy the heathen, and Reuben the oath-breaker. They will survive in order to die, and upon dying they will claim life everlasting. I need them for the miracle to work. Remember that. Clara. Okay, so with that saying, those are her-bound. And we need to, make sure they're all alive in order to something. I don't know what you get for it. But it's a problem because, I mean, Stock Reuben, we've already, we took his drugs and he died. That's a weird way of saying it, but you know what I mean. Oh, you're scared of, yeah. Reasonable. But, so, what I'm thinking here, inevitably at some point we're going to have to, redo a bunch of stuff again. Like, I'm guessing there's a way to keep all of them alive and you get something out of it. But doing that would require me to redo a bunch of stuff that I've already done again, like for a third time. So what I'm thinking, I have a bunch of saves. At some point, like, we'll just play to the end itself as is. This is not the right way to go. I'm wasting time. Pretty cool. So what I'm thinking is that, like, my bound are all still alive, right? Just to be sure. Well, not alive, but you know what I mean. I'm still bound, but my plan then, we'll play through with like how it's going. I'm sure I'm gonna get an ending. And then what I think is that we'll redo, I think, so full disclosure, I think I read this somewhere, and this is one of the things I think got spoiled on. I think if you keep like their bound alive as well, you get some like alternate endings or something. That's definitely something I want to see. Like, we've spent enough time on this game to not do that. So what I think is, like, at some point, are you kidding me? At some point, like, I'm gonna keep my saves here, and then at some point we'll like load back an earlier day and we'll just have a bunch of videos where I'm just redoing a bunch of stuff. Huh? Why did my health show up? You know what, let's go ahead and load this. And, so yeah, that might be, I don't know exactly how I'll do that in the future, like if I'll have, just like, big long videos of me just redoing a bunch of this stuff again, but That's something to look out for in the future that we might do. It might end up happening. I'm taking refuge here in a clothing shop, the one right by everyone's house. And I think we're close enough to the end of the recording session that I'm just going to save here and we'll pick this up tomorrow. Like, I know this is probably going to be a longer episode after everything, so I'll feel pretty confident just ending things here. And yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Next time, look forward to more of me bumbling around with this day, so that's pretty cool.